gold visas, buying your way into countries, and also paying for dates and asking for money back? We gonna get into it. Let's get it. Welcome. First of all, welcome. This is Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, here to lead the conversation in important events and topics that are shaping today's society. Join the conversation and follow us wherever you get your audio podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for our video podcasts and YouTube exclusive content. Rate, review, like, comment, share. Share with your friends, share with your family. Hell, even share with your enemies. On today's episode, it's the Sibling Happy Hour. I'm here with my sis, Aundrea. We're going to be dilly-daddling a little bit, and then we're going to be talking about gold visas, not Trump's. And then we're going to do a Am I Overreacting? And this story is crazy. But that's enough of the intro. Let's get to the show. What up, sis?
What up, brother?
I can't call it. I got a bunch of stuff to get into during this dilly-dallying because I had some crazy dreams and thought that they would be good content. The dreams were, I was dreaming that I was preparing for the show, coming up with ideas. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It has now gotten to the point where I am now dreaming about preparation for the show. So I came
That's
up with
pretty bad.
It is. So I came up with some ideas and topics to talk about on the show. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, I got to remember these. I got to remember them. And so the next morning I did remember them. I wrote them down.
Yeah.
And then a couple of hours later, I was like, these some dumbass topics.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know anybody who ever had an actual good idea come from a dream. It's like you wake up and you're so frantic, like, no, this is absolutely amazing. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. And then you look at it later and you're like, now what in the hell?
Yeah, that's
what the hell, Leonte?
But I do have an announcement, and I wrote a press release. We ain't got no press, but I wrote a press release. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read this announcement to you guys because this is a big deal. Jay, you haven't even heard about this, so this is a big deal.
No.
Okay.
Hey,
fam, Bruce here. You know, Bruce Anthony, the host of Unsolicited Perspectives. First, I want to say thank you because of you. Unsolicited Perspective is officially monetized on YouTube. That's right. We are running ads. I can't stress enough. Watch those ads, please. But if you ever wanted to support the podcast and get even more juicy content, tea spills, and laughs, you can now become a made member and join the Unsolicited family. For $2.99 a month, you can join the Perspective Posse membership. You get loyalty badges, custom emojis, members-only community posts, access to our Discord, and behind-the-scenes goodies from the main show. I bet you're asking, what is Discord? Discord is a communication platform to let us and you interact through text, voice, and video chat. Think of it as having our phone number and being able to hit us up, send us memes, send us show ideas, or just spill the tea. You know we messy, so you know we want all that. It's for you to be able to have access to us, kind of. Like you have access to us, right? But it's like WhatsApp app. You know, you can text us.
Aww.
You can send us memes.
WhatsApp app.
What's up app? WhatsApp. You know what? Let me finish with this press release.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, but that was adorable.
All right. So that's the Unsolicited Posse for just $2.99. If you want early access to episodes and our raw, uncensored takes, then level up to our inner circle at $4.99 a month, where you can get everything from Perspective Posse. Plus, you get After Hours Uncensored. That was typically on our Patreon. We're still going to have it on Patreon, but we're going to add it to YouTube. And extra behind the scenes from our After Hours. Now, if you think the behind the scenes from our main show is funky, the After Hours is funkier. Okay? Now, if you really about the tea, gossip, and even a Sunday fun day life, then there's the VIP. That's for you. It's $9.99 a month. You get everything from the other memberships, plus live streams with me and maybe my sister sometime down the road when she's done with school, but mainly just me. Yeah, mainly just me. You get Q&A sessions, exclusive polls, and a weekly 10 to 15-minute clip of Unsolicited Perspectives Messy. That's where I spill the tea with no filter. All the
Oh,
stuff
Lord.
that y'all really want, like my sister knows how messy I am. I got stories for days of stuff going on. You get
Yeah.
that in the VIP membership. So if you're ready to laugh louder, sip deeper, and be a part of the dopest community on the internet, hit that join button on the YouTube page and become part of the family. Your support keeps this podcast going and growing, and I appreciate every one of y'all for helping us grow this. So we're doing the membership program. You get more access. It's more work for me, but it's more work for me that I actually enjoy because I actually get to like interact with y'all, you know, way deeper than y'all DMing me, and maybe I get to it, maybe I don't.
Right. That's really exciting because you know, you could come in, hey, you want to come in just perspective posse? We should probably workshop that. Difficult to say. Difficult to
Did
say.
you see how many times I stumbled over that? Now my friend who says I always stumble over words, she's like, you should edit that out. I'm like, no. That's really me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Perspective
you
posse.
You are very upfront
really tough
about your speech impediment. Is there, but you know what? Ain't no shame in that.
Ain't no shame in my game.
Ain't no, but perspective posse is even difficult for me to say. So
the PP
might
crew.
have to workshop that. No, that's even worse. And I think you know that. But yeah, you could come in at that tier, see what it's all about. You're gonna love it. And then you're gonna want to upgrade and get more and more content. And it's dope because you get to see us. You know, this is actually us filtered, y'all.
Yeah.
This is we curse way more.
Well, so
and
some
we
people
are way messier.
Right. So some people have seen the after hours, have watched the after hours, so they know. But there's some stuff that we say on the after hours is like, I can't put that out. I can't put that out. But since y'all gonna be extra paying for it, we're gonna go ahead and leave that in.
I want to hear.
And for a couple of the episodes, I was doing the behind the scenes. I did it for probably about 5 weeks to give people a taste test. But we've actually been recording now and running for a good 5 minutes before we actually start the show.
Yes.
And it's been in preparation for these behind the scenes. So y'all are going to get everything that we go through producing, everything that I go through producing this show.
Yeah.
And how my sister just come on in. And
when I tell you bare minimum, guys.
That's the crazy thing. She comes in bare minimum, and I purposely, I know it's going to be bare minimum, so I make things really easy for her. I produce the hell out of her because she's the star of the show. I almost cussed. She's the star of the show. She's the main reason why y'all are really, really coming here, because every clip on social media, people are like, that was funny. I know. My sister's hilarious. Why do you think I asked her to be on the show with me?
So if y'all want to see even more of that, and you know you do, come on, subscribe, become a perspective posse, get in that inner circle, be a VIP, and get more of us.
Right. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, when you go on the YouTube page, when this airs on Friday, it'll be all set up. When you go on the YouTube page, it'll have everything down there and explain it for you. So it'll be very simple. You don't have to remember exactly what I said. I was surprised my sister remembered the 3 tiers. I'm really surprised that she did. She's really good at listening. Yeah, it's really good at listening. That's what's going on.
I was paying attention to you talking,
but the
literally in front of me.
Yeah, but the live streams, I think, you do the VIP. The live stream is going to be, to start off, 30 minutes of my Sunday fun day. And not just me sitting on the couch, like me prepping my brunch, me doing my singing and dancing. It's a whole vibe. And y'all can chat with me while I'm doing it. That's the thing. It's a live stream that y'all can interact with me. If y'all say, Bruce, what you cooking? I'm like, okay, I might turn it into a cooking show. I mean, I'll cook the same thing every Sunday, but if people start requesting, hey, why don't you make this? I might do it. You know, I ain't no Anthony
You never
Bourdain.
know. Shoot your shot.
Right. Shoot your shot. So that's what's
Shoot your
going
shot.
on. But that's enough of that. Can I tell you about the ideas that I had for the stupid
Yeah,
ideas?
because I wanted. Yeah, because I don't know why you thought dream ideas would actually be good.
Okay. So I'm sure you guys can hear the thundering from my sister.
Yes, yes.
I've got thunder over here. Hopefully it didn't come out too badly in the recording. So,
We'll
okay.
see.
The first part, it just had scammers. That was the
Nope.
idea. Scammers.
What does that mean?
Eh,
What does that mean?
I think.
Do you want to be one? Do you want to interview one?
No,
What are we talking
I
about?
think it was scammers, and how often are you trying to be scammed? Like scammers are trying to scam you either through calls or when you out on the street, you know, somebody like, hey, can you get, I really need to eat, like just scammers in general. Obviously, this was a dumbass
Somebody
idea.
needing to eat?
Well, hey, look, I told you about that scam about that woman that said, hey, can you help me feed my child? And then I took her to a hamburger place. I took her to a pizza place. And then we ended up at Legal Seafood. And she got the lobster roll that was off market. It was market price. I ended up spending $50 for her and her little nappy-headed kid. No, that's not right. Let me take that back.
Why? But why did you go to 3 different places?
She was like, oh, man. I told the story before, but she was like, oh, he had hamburgers yesterday. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And, oh, he's lactose intolerant. I was like, well, so am I, but I still love pizza. And I said it too. I was like, it's a hamburger place. No, that won't work. I was like, well, everybody loves pizza. There's a pizza place right here. No, that won't work either. She kept giving me some excuses. And then I was like, okay, so where would he like to eat? How about Legal Seafood? I was like,
no, that sounds like a scam. No.
It was a scam because it was supposed to be just buying her son food. And then when I get there, she's like, can I get something? And I was like, yeah, sure. Go
Absolutely not. It sounds like a thriller night over here.
It does. It does. All right. So that was the first topic, scammers. Stupid. This one I think was interesting. I just don't know how we could stretch it out to a segment. Okay. You know how the Civil War was between the North and the South?
Yes.
Okay. So I was thinking if there was a civil war now, it wouldn't be North and South because there are some Southern states that are blue and there are some Northern states that are red. So it wouldn't just be North and South. So you would have to pick your state, right? Like what state do you want to roll with based on the people that live there that you think will be able to handle themselves in a fight?
I mean, New York.
I mean, obviously New York, but really only New York City. I know people from upstate New York gonna get mad at me. I don't care what you say. New York cities, okay? DC and Philly, but you know what? I kind of want Atlanta too. So that means I got to take Georgia.
Yeah.
And
Georgia's red. Like don't let nobody fool you. Atlanta is blue. Georgia is red.
Okay.
Like
but I want Montgomery, Alabama, solely because of the Brown.
Just those couple dudes in Montgomery.
They might be able to fight the whole state. Well, no,
because you give them a good folding chair.
No, that folding chair didn't work on that dude. Remember, he hit that dude with the folding chair 11 times.
But he didn't give up.
He
didn't give up.
But the dude didn't go down either. The dude did not go down.
It was one of them WWE chairs that that's supposed to break. He had to really hit him with it, but he didn't give up. And that's really the resilience of Black people.
But you got you got cities in different states that, okay, you got Chicago. We got to take Illinois because that's all Chicago. Like you get Chicago. So that's what I'm saying. Like I was thinking.
I don't think you could do that. I think you got to take the state as a whole. And I don't think there's enough blue to carry a state like Georgia. I just don't. I mean, remember Marjorie Taylor Greene is coming out of here.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
She's coming out of here.
But in 2020, they did. So it just flipped back in 2024. So it's purple. Arizona, they be capping. So that goes purple. New Mexico.
It's too hot. Once you get to like the Southwest, we don't really, that's too much like enslavement. We don't really do much in the heat. That don't do nothing but piss us off.
Do we want to adopt, Montana? Because they got them gunslingers out there. They got them cowboys. I kind of want them on our side.
That's
See, this is
true.
what I'm talking about. When you gonna choose to stay
Yeah,
to
you
be on your
really
side for
think
your
about
Civil
it.
War,
You gotta really, really think about who we know is not on our side.
Well, Montana would be one.
No, Florida. That's the first state that comes to mind. And I know
Yeah.
you're gonna say Miami. No,
No, Miami
'cause
is red.
But
Miami
they're-
was red.
they're-
Miami
Yes,
Dade County is
they're-
red now. Yeah.
yes,
So.
there are a lot of conservative people, and Florida is the number.
Maybe
that
not no
is
more.
Definitely.
Maybe not no more with alligator Alcatraz. Some of the people, there's a lot of people down there, the Venezuelans and the Cubans that voted for Trump. That's just like this is not what we expected. And we don't know how. We told you, but
yeah, we tried to tell you. Why did you think they would only come for some of you? That don't make no damn sense. How do they know the difference? And guess what? They also don't care.
They don't.
They don't care.
They don't
know
care.
the difference. They don't care. So I don't know what you were thinking, that they would just be able to tell who's documented, who's not documented. They don't care.
They don't care. They don't care.
They're sending people with protected status.
Mhm.
They're deporting people who have protected status. They don't care.
They don't care.
Please. They trying to take away
naturalized
birthright citizenship.
They-
Birthright citizenship.
They gonna
and
take
not
away
the-
birthright.
Yeah, like what? Y'all thought y'all what the,
Yeah. Well,
we tried to tell you.
but back on the states. Okay, so it was a dilly dally. It was a dilly dally because you got to really think about it. It's like
You do. But usually ideas from dreams be like t-shirt for the bottom. Your legs go in the sleeves. And you just be like, that's just pants, like
or shorts. That would be shorts.
Or shorts.
Yeah.
Like that's not a good idea. But at the time you were like, I have to jot this down.
I didn't even jot it down. I just said make a mental note, remember, which is stupid. My phone's right there. I could have just woke up, but I didn't. It was the middle of the night, and I didn't want the light of the phone to wake me up where I wasn't gonna be able to go back to sleep because it was nice and toasty in the bed. I was playing with my feet, not playing with my feet, but rubbing my feet together, being happy.
Yeah, you rub your feet together and be happy. Yeah. That's
where I was.
Classic symbol of happiness. Yes.
That's where I was. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for Dilly Dallying. It was crazy in my dreams, and I realized when I got in the shower that those ideas for the show were stupid. And that's
I don't know about the Civil War thing. Is very interesting because it's like, can you go state by state?
No.
Or do you have to go county by county, like city by city? Like, how do you even? Is it just a free for all in the streets? Like how?
Well, let's be honest.
Do you even make that work? I don't know. I don't know.
Let's be honest.
I think it's the government against the people. Honestly.
Well, that's what don't get me started on what ICE is becoming. But let's be honest. They're
larger than a lot of countries' militaries.
There's no way for us to have a civil war like we did before, where it was a North versus South.
Yeah.
What would happen is if something like a civil war was to happen, and I truly don't believe something like that would happen again. But if it was to happen, each state would have their own civil war because there is no state that's completely all one thing. There isn't.
Yeah. This will sound weird to say, but it's true. There's not enough togetherness to have the Civil War that we did have. Well, so you think like, how's their togetherness with it? But no, like states came together and said, we all gonna do this thing.
Well,
so we don't have
the money behind each state.
Well,
remember, there
was
always
the money.
It was a lot less
the
people
money.
in the 1800s than it is right now.
Yeah, it's always the money. But like being able to have that kind of coalition or coalescence around an ideal, like I don't think states or, local government, things like that could do that now. I just think there's too much infighting and things like that for them to actually come together and say, no, we're going to cede from I just don't see that happening.
Hmm.
because there's not enough togetherness.
Well, I tell
There's
you
not
how.
enough common ground to be civilly disruptive.
I tell you where there could be,
Mhm.
and it's because there's an exodus of some Americans out of this country, and I'm not talking about
Mhm.
deported ones. And we're going
Right.
to talk about that next. Jay,
Yes.
Americans are leaving. And it's not just me just saying this.
Mhm.
There was a Newsweek article. The title of the Newsweek article was Map Shows Countries Offering Americans Golden Visas. It's a story by Julia Carbonaro.
Carbonaro.
Carbonaro. At least I got Julia right.
Carbonaro.
That's
You
what I
adding
said,
an I
Carbonaro.
in there. It's probably Julia Carbonaro, but that's okay.
No, well, okay. All right. Anywho, so the article
Yeah.
discusses the growing trend of Americans seeking golden visas, residency, or citizenship by investing programs offered by various countries. These programs allow individuals to obtain legal residency and sometimes citizenship in exchange for significant financial investment, typically in real estate, government bonds, or business ventures. The article highlights the countries most popular among Americans for these programs and explains the motivation and benefits behind the global mobility trend. Now, we talked a couple of weeks ago about Trump's golden card, where people
The
could,
little Trump card.
where people could buy the citizenship. This is actually not a new thing. So Trump's idea is not a new thing. It's not even a new thing in this country. The way he's going about it is a little bit different, but we don't know where that money is going. But other countries have this.
That's the main thing.
Right. But other countries have this. So what are the golden visas? Residency or citizenship is granted in exchange for investment. Investment options often include the real estate, government bonds, or business ventures. Programs are designed to attract foreign capital and stimulate local economies. So why are Americans interested in this? Well, it's pretty easy. The desire for global mobility and visa-free travel, especially within the EU, access to high-quality healthcare, education, and stable environment, economic diversification and investment opportunities abroad, option for plan B in times of political or economic uncertainty. So basically, a lot of people saw Trump get elected and said they're getting the hell out of town. We know people personally that are actively planning to get the hell out of the country.
Yeah. Like literally have several avenues that they can take. There's honestly just trying to find the one they want the most.
Right.
Like if I had the scratch, if I had the coins, okay, I would give me a golden ticket.
It's a golden visa, ain't no golden ticket. This ain't Willy Wonka in the chocolate factory.
I give me a golden ticket to escape this hellscape. You are right. If I had, listen, don't let me be somebody with some money.
All right.
Well, where are people going? Where are they going?
All right. So some of these popular countries offering these golden visa to America is Portugal. Real estate investments starting at 250,000 euro is a pathway to citizenship and after 5 years. Greece, real estate investment also of 250,000 euros. Residency with a visa-free travel. Spain, real estate investment of 500,000 euros. Residency and is that Saskatchewan? Access?
Listen, what?
I don't know. Italy, an investment
I
of
don't know
200.
what that is.
Okay, Italy and an investment of 250,000 for residency. Malta, investment and donation options path to citizenship. Cyprus, real estate or business investment of 300,000 euros. The UAB, and this is surprising a lot of folks. The UAB, real estate or business investments or for long-term residency. And Caribbean nations like Antigua, Barbuda, some other stuff.
What the first of all,
Look, this has been a really long day because I'm taking tomorrow off to go see Superman. I am really tired. Okay. I am really
okay,
tired.
so it is the Schengen Schengen area, and it's a group of 29 European countries
Okay.
that have eliminated border controls at their mutual borders, so they allow free movement of people, goods, and services.
Okay, that's cool. Well, the Caribbean nations offer a lower investment thresholds and quicker pathways to citizenship and visa free travel. So, that's
Nice.
good. So there's a lot of key benefits, residency rights for, people that want to put that money in, visa free travel. I've explained that before. This is a key thing. Access to healthcare, education, and business opportunities, which is crazy because we're supposed to be the land of you could come here broke and work your way hard and become rich. I'm going to just say that's been a lie because I know a lot of people that come from generations of working real hard, 2, 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Don't become rich. Don't ever get out of poverty.
Yeah.
And they work hard.
No.
So it's luck in this country. It's really luck. But the access to healthcare and education, we're the richest, supposed to be the richest country in the world. And, we don't have that. There's tax advantages and asset protection. I mean, if you got that bread, then you want to protect that bread. So, so that's what it is. And it's a growing thing because people, don't know what the hell this world is going to be in the next 3 years.
We ain't got no idea. But just so y'all know, don't get too excited. Okay? Because the euro is worth 17 cents more than our dollar. So when it says
that's the reason why I said euro.
250,000 euros?
Yeah.
That ain't that bad. No, it is that bad because it's about $293,000. So you're paying more USD.
All right, but time out. If you got that 250,000 just to spend, that extra 43,000 ain't gonna hurt you.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Unless you've been scratching and surviving to get that.
If you were scratching and surviving to get, and you sitting on 250, you better play the stock market, invest something. You better put that parlay. You better bet a parlay or something. You need to work that investment. Okay.
You need to get you a brick.
No.
Flip that.
No. With 250,000, you can get you a lot of bricks.
No, take a piece. Flip that. Get you 2 more.
No, let's
then
not. All right, stop talking. Stop, because YouTube gonna kick us off the air.
Oh, I forgot monetization.
Yeah, YouTube gonna kick us off the air. We can't talk about that. This is jokes.
Just jokes.
So what do you think about, people getting the hell up out of here and these golden visas? Because we harped on Trump with his gold card, and it's a little bit different, but really the same thing. This benefits the wealthy. It benefits the people that got bread. It don't benefit Joe Schmo and Jane Schmo.
Yeah, our EB-5 visa program, which is essentially our same version of that, even though it's a lot more expensive and you have to do a lot more, like you have to create jobs and things like that. But, I lost my train of thought.
ADHD.
ADHD. What did you just say? And then
it benefits the wealthy.
Yes. So that same EB-5 program, Trump's gold card, gold visas, blah, blah, blah. This is all just making it easier for rich people to move around. Like that's all that is. The rest of us, hey, we got, let me see. You got a Cartagena. Okay, that's nice. That's real nice down there. You got Tulum, Mexico. There's places we can go when you ain't got the bread to, get into these exclusive visa programs. But this is just the Trump gold card, all these things. It's just a way rich people getting together and deciding how could we best move around without having to answer any questions.
That's exactly what it is.
Right. So this is This is all that is. So I mean,
And a way to hide their assets. What's another way
Yeah.
that I can hide my
Yeah.
assets so I don't have to pay taxes? Look, there's a reason
Yeah.
why rich people are rich. They know how to keep their money.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, there's a difference between being rich and wealthy. There's a complete difference. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
out there that's rich. There's not a lot of people that's out there that's wealthy. And people are like, what's the
Yeah.
difference? The difference is having a lot of money versus having your money work for you. There's just a
I
difference.
always think, yeah, there's just a difference. I always think of it as you're rich, you could lose that.
Mm-hmm.
Wealth,
well, you still can lose your wealth. It takes
you
it's harder.
could lose sums of money that people have never seen in their lives,
Like Musk.
and still be like, yeah, and still be out here like he is.
Right.
Still be the richest man in the world. So it's not. It does. His stock goes down, comes up, goes down. He don't care. He's the richest man in the world. He doesn't care. So wealth, you're not losing that. Rich, you could be up, and then next thing you know, you down, and that's it. You out.
Mm-hmm.
Wealth is generational.
Yes.
Wealth is enduring.
Yeah.
You know, rich is, you know, maybe you are, maybe you aren't. It'd be
Rich
nice
is
to be, but
rich is baseball, NFL, NBA players. They're rich. The owners
are wealthy.
It's a big difference. I don't care if they sign a $400 million. You got baseball players that sign for $500-600 million over 10 years. Yeah, that that's good. It's real good. I would love to have something like that. The person paying that, they paying
the person
several
signing
people.
the check.
Yeah, they're paying several people. Like, yeah, that's all good. You know, look, let me tell you something. If $2.50 is missing from my account,
listen, I'm looking high and low. When I tell you I'm looking high and low for that $2.50, I'd be like, nah, I know I had $47.85 in here. So why the hell do it say $2.50? Because you know I don't know the math. $2.50 less than that. Oh, you know what? I did go to the vending machine. Okay, I can account for it. But no, I'm looking. I'm looking.
My paycheck dropped on Friday. Yeah, it dropped on Friday. And I was like, okay, good, because I know what my paycheck is. So I was like, okay, good, I'm good. And then I go to my account. Why is it less in the account than in my paycheck? Why? And so I'm going through the charges, and I was like, oh yeah, I did that. Because I knew my paycheck was coming.
Yeah.
The Amazon.
So you spent it early.
They had the because last week was my birthday, so I did some things, and then they had a Amazon Day deals, and now these Amazon Day deals, you about to see some you should already see some stuff in the cart, because I'm like, look, let me go ahead and hop on this.
Yeah, I'm about to give me a big old case of Celsius.
That's my golden ticket. Amazon Prime Day deals.
Prime Day deals. And I know y'all are, well, we not Jeff Bezos to listen. I hear you.
Yeah.
And I am your sister in the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to go out to buy things. I want them delivered to my home that I don't leave. So until y'all can come up with a way for me to have that in the same level at which I'm getting it right now, then I really don't know what to tell you.
But you know what? Speaking of these golden visas and those people having privilege, we also have a privilege that not everybody gets to share, right? Then there's a couple of different ones. One, we have an Amazon account.
Yeah.
Okay. One, we're able to order stuff off of Amazon and we don't have to go to brick and mortar. Two, we actually live in an area where we can get things the same day that we order them off of Amazon. Like, that is an option. You can wake up in the morning, order something, and it's there by 10 p.m. that very same day, right? Or
sometimes it's there depending on what time, you get it before 5.
Right. Or the very next day at the latest, 2 days, unless it's something real funky, and then you got to wait a couple of more days, but that's because it's probably coming from overseas.
And listen, when I can't get that same day shipping, your girl got an attitude. I gotta wait till tomorrow to have this thing I want right now for some reason.
But you can
Yeah.
live in certain rural areas and you might as well
And
forget it.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
2 day don't even count for you because they don't have the distribution centers that's even close enough to get it to you 2 days. So there is
Yeah.
a privilege, and we have to acknowledge the
Yes.
fact that we have a privilege. And yes, for
Yes.
those people that have a privilege, they are supposed to stand up for the rights for the people that don't have the privilege. And I hear you. I'm normally for
I hear
any
you.
struggle, except for
Yes.
Amazon and Popeye's chicken. Like, I'm not gonna turn my back on neither one of them. Okay. I'll turn my back on a lot of things,
Mm.
but not Amazon and Popeye's chicken. Because I
I
haven't had no
wish
what
I wish that wasn't
a thing.
I wish that wasn't one of your choices. Like I wish that wasn't one of the things that you could not give up.
Have you
Like I
had
wish
Popeye's chicken?
Popeyes wasn't. Yeah, of course I've had Popeye's chicken. I'm an American. But but I just don't want that to be the hill you die on. I don't want Popeye's chicken to be the thing that you're like, I
KFC, Raising
will
Cane's.
turn my back on the struggle.
KFC, Raising Cane's,
juicy fried chicken. Like I really don't want that for you.
Yeah, hey, look, the optics are not good.
It's not great.
No,
It's real bad.
It's really bad, and I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't care. I love Popeye's chicken. That is my guilty pleasure. Popeye's chicken. I'm sorry.
And then some stuff I already wasn't doing. Like I already wasn't going to Target because every time I go into Target, I spend $150. So I just didn't go. And so when the boycott came, I was like, yeah, we're not going. I ain't gone in like 2 years before that boycott even happened. So I was like, I'll just keep doing what I've been doing.
Well, you weren't going because of Amazon, but you know where you can also spend $150 real quick? Amazon.
Where is it? Yeah, very quickly. But for some reason, I don't know, I feel better about it because it's just like, it's just one click. And I got the thing, and then the box comes, and it's like a present, and it's a nice. Yeah, I think you get like a dopamine rush unboxing and stuff. Yeah. So no, I still feel, even though I love running errands and coming home with my bags and like going through and like, what did I get from the grocery store? And I got me some news, I got a couple boxes of tissues and so I don't know anything, but I like that because I do get dopamine rush from that.
So I hear everything you're saying about the packages being arriving because when I get that notification there's a package, can't wait to go downstairs and go get my package.
Yes.
However, leaving Target with all the bags, that's regret and guilt because I'm like, I went in here for one thing and I came out of here broke. And I had
but look at all my goodies.
$2,700 in my account. And now I got 25 cents. Why? Yeah. They had a TV on sale.
But look at all my goodies. Like, I don't think you get like, but I also get things. That's cool.
But it's not the unboxing. Amazon put it in the box. You got to open up the box. It's almost like Christmas every time. And maybe when these people get these golden visas, it's like the same thing. See how I tied it all back together?
Literally, they're just paying so that they don't get held up at customs somewhere, or they just came up with this idea. How can we make it so other people can't do it? Only we can do it. How can we make it easier for us to move around, no questions asked? That's all this is, guys. Like, this really all this is. That the entire world operates on just money. And if you have enough of it, you can do whatever you want. And we see evidence of that every day.
Well, you know who also isn't paying? Women on these damn dates. And we're going to get into am I overreacting? Next. Before
Segue.
before we get into it, because I know people listening to that are about to say, Bruce, what the hell are you talking about? Look, it was a segue. I didn't really mean it the way it came off. Just listen to the next segment and you'll get it. Okay. That's all I got to say. Jay, went on my favorite social media site and I found an Am I Overreacting? Y'all know how much I love Am I Overreacting and Am I a Jerk? I'm messy.
Yes.
People telling me their stories. I'm stuck. I'm addicted to it. This one though, and we've had some crazy ones, like dudes giving their partners STDs and not saying nothing. You know, we've had some crazy ones, fathers cussing daughters out. This isn't that bad as far as being harsh towards another person. It's just crazy in my mind. Okay.
All right.
So
I haven't heard it. I'm ready. Let's what happened?
So am I overreacting? Hi, everyone. Okay. I'm a female that's 23 years old. I've been dating this guy, 32 years old, for a little over a month now. He was very persistent in pursuing me, consistently texting me, making plans, asking me to go on runs and bike rides and beach days. We live in Florida, and inviting me to dinners and bars and even paying for Ubers to and from his place. We were hanging out at least 4 times a week. Everything felt like it was going somewhere. He'd been slowly building things up and even waited weeks to finally kiss me. Then out of nowhere, he sends me a little Excel spreadsheet with a breakdown of dates and how much he spent and a column with my name asking me to reimburse him. I'm attaching it because I truly can't believe it. It felt transactional and weirdly formal, especially since he was the one initiating nearly all the plans. What's even more confusing, after sending this, he still insists on seeing me and continuing to date. Like, you want to invoice me and kiss me? And for context, I've picked up the tab quite a few times, dinners, drinks, etc. Without making anything of it. I never asked him to pay me back or keep score. I thought we were just getting to know each other and splitting things organically like adults, especially since he's about 10 years older than I am. So, am I overreacting or underreacting? I can't tell if this is just him being organized or if it's a huge red flag.
Then you are definitely underreacting. It's a giant red flag. Girlfriend, go ahead and cash app him and then block him.
Well, there's more.
Yeah.
There's more. Okay. There's more. So she did include the screenshot of the Excel spreadsheet. It is very detailed, as most Excel spreadsheets are. And then
I have to see this.
Yeah. And then
oh my.
Yeah. And then he sent a text message along with the spreadsheet. Here it goes. Hate to ask, but can you Venmo or Zelle me some money for the last few weeks? I know you got me some stuff, which I'm appreciative of, and definitely happy to cover most things like our date night and drinks and stuff, but you never paid me for the first round of stuff from a few weeks ago, and money's a little tight for me and a source of stress right now with working 2 jobs, etc. She goes back, sure. He texts back, okay, I think $100 is fair unless you have objections. She says, are you charging me for in-between days? I'm charging you $100 for the $500 of stuff I've covered since we started hanging. You never paid me the last time I asked for some money. All right, maybe we shouldn't go out so much. LOL, I can't tell if your butt hurt. I'm asking for $100. Yeah. So it goes on. I'm not going to read all the text messages. It goes on. She sends him the money. Then he also says, oh yeah, don't forget, you owe my boy some money too. You want to send that over as well? Because I guess he bought some drinks or something when they was out. So my man straight up said, you owe me some bread for my time. Now, the reason why I think this is crazy is because the concept of it is very new to me. I'm 45 years old. I'm old school. I believe the man pays for the first couple of dates. Then after that, it's whoever invite the other person out pays, right? If I'm constantly asking you out,
Yeah.
If I'm constantly asking you out, then I'm asking for you to go out with me. If you're asking me out, that means you're asking me to go out with you. Either we gonna split or you gonna pay, but you asked me. Don't be asking me
Yeah.
out all the time and expecting me to pay. So if that was a thing, I could kind of get what he was saying, but that's not what it was happening. She said
No.
he was chasing her. Never mind the fact that he's 32 and she's 23. Obviously, he should be way better off than she is.
Yeah. So there's a couple things wrong here, right?
Mhm.
Like beyond him asking to be reimbursed, it's the fact that this wasn't communicated beforehand. Like there doesn't seem to be any indication that he communicated to her beforehand, "Hey, I'll pay, just so we don't have to do split checks or something like that. I'll pay, but like can you split it. You can just Venmo me or Zelle me or whatever later on." Like it'll be one thing if as they're making plans, he says, "Hey, I really want to do this. You think we can go, Dutch or whatever?" But that's not what's happening. What he realized is when he went to go pay his bills and he looked at the whole rundown of where his money went, he highlighted them rows that were dates with her and said, "I'm gonna see if I can give me some money."
Hmm.
That's a red flag, girl. You are underreacting. First of all, you just paid it looked like $190 because he asked for the money for his quote unquote friend. You just paid $190 to dodge a bullet. Because the thing of it is, y'all were going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? He would pay for stuff, you would pay for stuff. It wasn't like it was not equitable. Like y'all were going back and forth. Going on runs and bike rides and beach days, that's free. So like don't like and if you're paying for dinner, you said quite a few times dinner, drinks and things like that and never asked him for anything back. I think you should go and figure out how much is actually owed and to whom. That's what I think. And if you find out he did spend more than you, okay, then don't bring it up. But
He
you
did.
might want to invoice him. I mean, honestly, that's the kind of petty I but honestly, you paid $190 to get this person out of your life. That's what I think. Do not continue to see this person. It's not going to get better. If y'all have only been dating for a little over a month and he's invoicing you because he's broke, girl, it's not gonna get better. It's not. I don't know what to tell you, but it's gonna be some more. This is really giving me who the F did I marry vibes. Like
Mhm.
it's really this person is not good with money. He likes to spend in the moment and then realizes he can't cover it later, and then that's coming back to you for stuff. This is a pattern that's not gonna get any better. And it's going to come to a head when he decides to make some big purchase and realizes he can't cover it. And then he's coming to you and coming up with all kinds of excuses so that he doesn't feel guilty asking you for money because he spent money he didn't have. No, absolutely not. And this is a grown ass man. Like, there's no reason. And y'all ain't even really been kicking it for that long. Cut your losses and move on. Like, I know y'all are probably like, Jenna, you always be like, just walk away. But listen, because I be right. Some of y'all don't walk away when it's time to cut and run, okay? No, absolutely not. And I'm looking at this Excel sheet. Absolutely not. Like, you've got to be kidding me with this. And I mean, it is broken down. I mean, dates, where y'all went, the Uber, the exact cost, like wow.
He must be an accountant.
Did
He has to be an accountant.
But it definitely is given like, hey, I do my budget, every time it's time for me to pay my bills and I'm seeing all this money going out, but that's your fault, my guy, because you're the one that invited her out. And the fact that you acknowledge, I know, first of all, he kept saying ya, ya instead of you, and that really would have ticked me off. That would have pissed me off because we're having a serious conversation. Don't you dare say, "Can you Venmo me?" No, that would have. Don't piss me off today. But like, he says, "I know you got me some stuff, which I'm appreciative of." So you already know she's already been kicking out money the same way you've been kicking out money. So why does she owe you? And you not have to pay her back for the stuff that she's paid for. You see the lot. You see how it don't. It's not the logic ain't logicking.
Yeah. I see multiple things wrong with this outside of him, which is ridiculous. He is the main thing that's wrong, but I see multiple things wrong with this, and it all stems from modern dating. And I was talking to somebody recently about the amount of times you see a new person in a week. And the person I was talking to was like, I want to see this person more. I was like, you seen him once a week? Yeah, no, but I want to see him more. I was like, you've only been dating for 6 weeks. When you see people too often, too fast, you burn out. You burn out without even really getting to know them. They're hanging out 4 times a week. That is way too much. Way too much. That's first and foremost. Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing that bothers me in modern dating is people not explaining what they expect in a relationship. And we've talked about this before. I have a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, who is like, men out here are not being providers. And I was like, okay, but like, you have a job too, so why do they need to provide for you? And then she told me, she was like, well, you just believe in that 50-50 stuff. And I was like, well, no, actually, I don't believe in 50-50 because relationships are never 50-50. Sometimes people give more than the other just because of the capacity of whatever is going on in life. So I was like, no, but I do believe in a partnership. If I make more money than my significant other, and half of the rent would stretch her, then she wouldn't pay half the rent. Maybe she pays 35. Maybe she pays 30 or 35 or 40%, and I cover the rest.
Prorated so that it makes sense based on our income.
Right.
Yes.
Like, so yes, I want a partner, but 50-50 is ridiculous. I'm not keeping accounting like that. I dated a woman who made twice as much as me. It was her birthday. Of course, she threw a party for herself on her birthday, but the next day, I stayed over. The next day, we spent the day together because it was a big birthday for her and she had all her friends. So we didn't get a lot of alone time. So the next day, it was me and her time. And that entire day, I paid for everything. I didn't even think about it. It was just like, it's your birthday. So yeah, she brought it up at the end of the night. She was like, you treated me so well. You paid for everything. I was like, it's your birthday. What's the big deal? Most men don't do that. I was like, it's your birthday. Like, that's the kind of the way that I was raised. I'm going to take you out for your birthday and ask you to pay half the bill. I wouldn't expect, I would hope that you would do the same for me. You don't have to. I don't expect anything out of people, but a partnership. So it's clear he didn't say in the beginning, and just so you know, when we go on these dates, I'm going to keep an invoice of everything. And then at the end of the month, we're going to, pull everything together and see who owed who what. Like, that should be something that should be established, especially
that should definitely have been a conversation well before the actual date.
Right.
Because then I could have told you, we ain't got to go nowhere.
Well, you would have. But it seems like that conversation or something like it would have come up in the 16 times they've seen each other in a month.
Yeah.
If a month only got 30 or 31 days and you seeing somebody 16 or 17 of them days, y'all might as well move in together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the first month? In the first month? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And people, I implore you, like, there's so much dating anxiety and people are so used to having everything right now. Everything that we have right now. We want to watch a TV show. It's here. We don't have to wait a week anymore. It's here.
No.
If we want something, we just talked about on Amazon. If we want something, we want it now in an hour. We can't wait 7 days anymore. We want things now. And people are trying to microwave these relationships. You can't. You don't fall in love without knowing the person, and you don't know a person until a good 9 months into dating them. because
Yep.
we all have these facades that we put together. We always put our best foot forward. You need to see people at their worst and see if at their worst you can deal with them. And so many
Yeah.
people, it happened during the pandemic so much that these people were getting together, and in 3 months they were engaged, they got married, they come out of the pandemic, outside open up again. They're like, what the hell did I just do? Because you didn't take the time to
Yeah.
get to know the person.
Right. You just were stuck together and you're like, that's good enough.
Yeah.
No. No.
So, I'm not blaming her. I don't want to put any blame on her because she's not
No. No, because
overreacting.
she's underreacting.
Yeah, she's underreacting. But
Be-
I do want to put blame isn't the right word. I say she has to take some accountability, a small, so women out there, don't drag me, a small bit of accountability for giving him access to her that much, that fast.
Well, I mean, I don't know, because if they like each other, enjoy each other's company, seem like they enjoy each other's company, then I can't really say what's too much, what's not enough.
I can tell
what's
you,
just right.
things need
I
to
think
breathe.
I think it's person to person. The problem is he sees his money as more important than hers because he sees him being reimbursed, but never mentions reimbursing her.
Yeah.
And that,
I said the initial problem is him. I'm talking macro level here.
Yeah.
And this is what I say with modern dating. And you say, well, no, people should spend as much time. What happens when you have a plant and you don't give it enough water?
It dies.
It dies. What happens when you give it too much water?
It can also die, yes.
What happens when you don't give it enough sunlight?
It can die.
What happens if you give it too much sunlight?
I get where you go.
Okay, so not enough or too much can ruin something.
Everything in moderation.
Right.
We all know everything in moderation.
4 times.
Maybe moderation for them was instead of every day, we see each other 4 days. Maybe that's moderation for
that's
them.
not good moderation. Know. And it's damn sure not good moderation for my man because he's going broke. And he got 2 jobs.
But he ain't have to go broke because it seemed like she's fine with the run dates, the bike dates, the beach day dates. These are all low cost dates. You didn't have to get her Ubers back and forth.
Well, you know why he did that. You know why he did that? Because it wasn't just a bike ride. It wasn't just a run. It was a bike ride, a run, and go out for drinks or lunch afterwards. So I often do that when I'm dating women. I'm like, we're going to go out for drinks. You're not driving. I don't have a car. I'm just going to get your Uber to come to me. I don't want you to have to pay for the Uber to come to me. And then we'll leave from my house, or I'll get the Uber to come. If you are comfortable with me coming to your house, I'll get the Uber to your house. But if they're coming to my house, I'll just get you the Uber. Like, I don't want you to come out of the pocket. I've invited you out. So I get that because maybe he's being a gentleman, but a true gentleman would have just been like, I don't want you to drink and drive. I'm going to pay for your Uber. I got your Uber. Not a month later. You know what? I'm going to need the reimbursement for that Uber.
Yeah. Remember that Uber I bought you? Yeah. Okay. If we're this meticulous that you send me a whole Excel sheet, then send me also the Excel sheet, balance it out. Show the stuff that I've paid. And then you give me the actual total.
Well, he did say that. He said,
don't just make up. Oh, it was for $500. So just give me $100. No, it don't sound right. And you're not factoring in what I've put in. So if what I put in don't matter,
you're right.
Only what you put in matters. You're telling me you think you're better than me.
I think
but I mean, it is a little bit of like, also my money is not valuable enough to be reimbursed also, or to even be factored into the equation. You're only thinking about what you spent. You are not even considered. And the fact that you acknowledge, hey, I appreciate all the stuff you bought for me, but here's the invoice for all the stuff I bought for you. That don't make no sense.
He should have hollered at his boy instead of saying, hey, why don't you pay the boy back? You should have hollered at your boy, be like, hey, man, I'm a little short on these bills. Can you spot me and I'll get you back next month, instead of hitting her up. And then has the audacity to still be like, so We still gonna get together this week? No,
No.
don't get together
No.
no more. No,
No. Because you don't.
broke dealing with him, and obviously,
Yeah.
you know what? I applaud her for being a young cat because she's 23. I can call her a kid almost because I'm
Yeah.
twice her age, and
Yeah.
being mature in the fact where I paid for something like he was doing this and that. And of course, I'm gonna return the favor. Look, whoever you are out there, you good. You
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
At his big age, he should know better. And there's a reason why when you met him, he was single, girl. Like that's go on, let him go on, release him back into the wild.
We're both single, so that could we're single for a reason. But that don't necessarily mean it's a negative thing.
No, go on, release him back into the wild.
Well, okay.
That's
I do agree with that. Release him back into the wild. You gonna find a better guy.
You're gonna find somebody better. Yes.
Playboy. If you dating a woman 9 years younger than you and you asking her for money, you need to reevaluate your life. You need to figure out, you gotta make some moves or something. Like my sister said, you get you a quarter.
We baptized. But I was literally about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
I don't know what to tell you, but go on, run away, girl. Go on. Just go take the L on that one.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, Jay, where do you want to lead the people out here with?
Become members of the Perspective Posse. We're gonna work on that.
Well, Perspective Posse or the Inner Circle or the VIP. The VIP is really where it's at.
But if you're on the fence, test us out.
That's true. You're right.
Perspective Posse.
Perspective Posse. PP. Join the PP.
Guys, we're gonna workshop that. So don't.
We're gonna have to workshop it quick because I'm about to implement that. It's about to go live and by the time this airs. So
stay tuned.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for watching. And until next time, as always, I'll holla. Woo! That was a hell of a show. Thank you for rocking with us here on Unsolicited Perspectives with Bruce Anthony. Now, before you go, don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share our podcast wherever you're listening or watching it to it. Pass it along to your friends. If you enjoy it, that means the people that you rock will enjoy it also. So share the wealth, share the knowledge, share the noise. And for all those people that say, well, I don't have a YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can actually watch our video podcast and YouTube exclusive content. But the real party is on our Patreon page, After Hours Uncensored and Talking Straight-ish. After Hours Uncensored is another show with my sister. And once again, the key word there is uncensored. Those are exclusively on our Patreon page. Jump onto our website at unsolicitedperspective.com for all things us. That's where you can get all of our audio, video, our blogs, and even buy our merch. And if you really feel generous and want to help us out, you can donate on our donations page. Donations go strictly to improving our software and hardware so we can keep giving you guys good content that you can clearly listen to and that you can clearly see. So any donation would be appreciative. Most importantly, I want to say thank you for listening and watching and supporting us. And I'll catch you next time. Audi 5000. Peace.